In this video, I'm going to teach you how to have peace of mind and how never to fear again. Now, the process of having a peace of mind is very simple, but it goes against the normal traditions of things that we like to do, like watching TV, get caught up in our emotions, all of these type of things. But you really can have peace of mind. I have peace of mind. I would tell you how I've gotten to the place and give you some steps, to where you can get to the place of having peace of mind. If you like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe, hit like, subscribe to the channel to get knowledge on how to improve yourself, how to be a better you, and how to live the good life. The videos that I put on this channel is about helping people to get to the place to where they're living the good life. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon so that every time a video is posted, you'll know, you can check it out, see if it's something that interests you. Now, the beginning to having peace of mind first is loving yourself. You say, but I do love myself. Who does not love themselves? Well, I think people love themselves, but a lot of times they are still caught up thinking about things they've done in the past. They tend to look at their limitations. They tend to think improperly. That's really a big thing. When you love yourself, you're teaching yourself how to think and how to think properly, because thinking properly is key to having peace and having the good life. So first you have to love yourself. And by loving yourself, you have to forgive yourself. Here in the West, we're taught that, we're born into sin if you're, get caught up into some religions. But you were not born into sin. You were born a perfect person because you yourself are someone outside of your body and outside of your mind. So how can you be sinful when you're born and you've never really done anything? Heck, as babies, we don't even have self-awareness. So you have to forgive yourself about anything that you've done in life, because this is a journey. When we come, when we, our spirit, our God selves, decide that we want to come to this planet, we go into a body, and then we're given a mind to learn about this life, about the earth, about what it means to be living as a human. But we ourselves are outside of that. That does not make us who we are. The mind is just a programmable place to where memory is stored, to where you're learning different things based on your surroundings. So we have to forgive ourselves and realize that we were born perfect and that we're here to learn. And we can often learn the wrong thing because we are sometimes placed into situations, that are out of our control. But the key is bringing ourselves to a place in our mind to where we are in control, because we can't control our circumstances. So after you forgive yourself, then you must forgive others. There's nothing that anyone should have done to you or could have done to you that you are not willing to forgive them. Because again, we're living to learn lessons. Everybody's on a different journey. Everybody's at a different learning level. But when we get to the place of being able to forgive ourselves for anything we've done, forgive ourselves for anything that we will do, and then forgive others for anything that they've done and anything that they will do. That is the first step, besides loving yourself, on how to have peace of mind. Because when you don't forgive people, you actually are harboring bad emotions about the situation, bad feelings about the situations. And when we harbor those feelings, I believe they do harm to the body. I believe a lot of people that are sick with cancer and some of these different diseases, they are like that because they harbor ill feelings, ill will towards others. Because every time we get caught up in emotions, we are causing different chemical reactions to happen within our body. That's why they say laughter is like a medicine. When we laugh, good energy, good chemicals go through our cells and nourish them. But likewise, when we have really bad, angry, negative emotions, chemicals happen again and release chemicals into the cells that are not good for the body. And if that continues to happen, eventually these cells will respond and our bodies will respond and we get sick. So loving ourselves, forgiving ourselves, loving others and forgiving others, laughing, thinking about good things, finding good emotions, all those things actually will improve your health. So after you forgive others, likewise, you must love others. And we must love people unconditionally. Today, everybody's so sensitive. Everybody's feelings are easy to get hurt. And most people are not willing to tolerate people's differences. But people are different. And we have to learn to accept the fact that people are different, because most people are really, really good. It's just that we've been trained by the media to see certain people as bad. We've been trained by religions to see certain people as unacceptable. That is unacceptable. Again, everybody's here on their own journey. So if they're not bothering me, guess what? It doesn't bother me what they do, because it doesn't affect me. So because of that, I stopped watching the news or any other TV show that is based on real life situations that invoke fear or division or hate. All of these are negative thoughts. These things just put negative thoughts in our minds that generate fear, that generate division, that causes us not to love. And love is key, guys. Love is key. There's so much power in love. I refuse not to love myself. And I haven't done everything properly. I mean, heck, we all have done things that we're ashamed of. But there's not one thing that I've done, regardless of how bad it was, that impacts my life in a negative way today. Because that happened way back then, This is now, and now I'm living the good life. If I continue to focus on the things in the past, I can never move forward. So let it go. Another step to having peace of mind and to be without fear is you must become like a child. Do you remember when you were a kid, there were no worries? When I was a child, the Vietnam War was on TV all the time. And I never watched the news. My mother died when I was 2 and my grandmother raised me, and she would watch the news every night. And the news just did not interest me. I was interested in going outside, having fun, playing. My mind was at peace. But as I got older, one day I asked my grandmother, because every day the Vietnam War was being shown on TV, and it was something that I did not want to be a part of. And as I kept getting older, around the age of 10, this war is still going on now. I'm watching it for years. Fear began to set in. So I asked my grandmother, I said, "Grandma, am I going to have to be in this war?" And she told me, in all honesty, she did not know. And that maybe, if it continues, I might be drafted. As a kid, that's a shocker. It brings a bit of fear, because now I'm focused on something that is kind of frightening to me as a child, but now I'm thinking I might have to go into this war. I might have to fight. I might not have any choice. So in the back of my mind, it instilled a little bit of fear. But then one day, they stopped the draft. The war was over. In like 1974, the war was ending and over, and they eventually ended the draft. Wow, all the fear was gone. I was happy again. So we got to be careful about what we watch on TV. So I don't watch the news. I'm like a child again. I don't watch real life, the type of shows where they talk about criminals, different criminals, and how they came into somebody's house and maybe killed the whole family. Somebody wasn't home. They're still living and they're telling their story. I don't watch that kind of stuff because it induces fear. I know someone who moved out of a nice big home because they were afraid and moved into a small apartment to be around a lot of people because they were so afraid somebody was going to break in their house. And when I asked them what type of stuff they were watching, they told me, and I said, "That's your problem. You have to stop watching that stuff because it induces fear." So become like a child again. Don't worry about things that you cannot control. All that stuff on the news is designed to keep your energy in a fearful state. Because when you are in a fearful state, and when you do not have peace of mind, and when you do not understand that you control the circumstances of your life by the way that you think, then you're going to feel helpless. You're going to have fear. You're going to worry about the person around the corner or what's going to happen to you if you go out. We have to get rid of the fear, but we have to turn off the junk that's on TV and stop listening to the junk that's on radio and stop listening to anything that's negative and start filling our minds with positive stuff. There are more good things that happen in the earth than there are bad. But The media doesn't make money on good stuff. It makes money on bad stuff. And because so much bad stuff is shown on TV nowadays and in the media, all the stories on the radio, everybody want to focus on what's bad. Therefore, the energy of the earth today is one that's geared more toward fear, division. They use politics, religion, all of these things to divide us, race. They instill fear in us. And again, most people are good, but you never really see that. You might find one story or two stories out of thousands where the media is saying something good. But when you focus on good, positive thoughts, stop watching the negative stuff and only fill your mind with good things, positive things, and you control your thoughts, you begin to see your life change. You begin to see good things come into your life. Because whatever we focus on, that's what we have. Whatever we give our energy to, that's what we receive. So become childlike again. Have fun. Think about the good things. Read good stuff. Watch good stuff. Meditate and think on good things and bring the things into your life that you would love to have into your life. And then finally, you have to realize that the world is changing. You have to accept the change. We have to. Everything is not going to be the same. It's constantly changing. So one of the things that I try to do is keep up with the change. Technology is changing. I want to be able to know how to operate my cell phone efficiently, or whatever the device is that may come out that's going to help improve my life. We can't get caught up in looking at what other people are doing and say that's horrible. Like, for example, my generation, the young guys, didn't wear their pants down below their butt. I technically don't think that it's a good image, but I refuse to put any energy into thinking how negative it is. Because so many people are doing it as part of culture, and for me to put energy into that when I can be focusing my mind on good things and putting energy into good thoughts, it's not worth it for me. So I accept it. And that's just one example of many things that's changing in the world. We just have to accept the change and embrace the change and continue to love and continue to forgive. Have unconditional love for yourself and for others. We have to stop watching the news. We have to become childlike, and we have to realize the world is changing in order to create the life that we want by controlling our thoughts. That's it for now. You practice those steps, and I guarantee you'll have peace of mind. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, The Good Life Media Productions. And don't forget to tell your friends. I'd like to hear your comments as well. So if you have any comments, let's talk about these things that I just said. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. But subscribing is important because I'm going to be giving you information to gain knowledge on to have your best life and how to live the good life.